Is the national debt clock compromised? Let's take a look and find out. Hi folks, it's Silver Dave at local Silver Mint in Ware, New Hampshire, and I want to talk to you about the compromised debt clock. There is something funny going on with the debt clock, and I want to show it to you. Before we go over and take a look at the debt clock, serious, this is huge, and the implications are potentially horrible. Now, before we show that, just a quick market update. Today is Thursday, April 10th, and we see that the markets have, at least gold and silver, especially gold, has come back quite a bit from the massive drop that occurred late last week. Things are starting to come back. The stock market is bouncing around like crazy. Dow Jones has the biggest swings that have ever been seen in the past 100 years. Is it 100 years? Maybe in the past 80 years. Since 1929, there has not been such an extreme swing down and up and down again on the Dow Jones. So really interesting stuff. What's causing those major swings? What is happening to have such a crazy effect on all the markets? You might have seen last week in the video we put out, I pointed out that I have never seen all the things go down at the same time. Normally, you know, if the silver and gold go down, the US dollar index goes up, or, you know, stock market goes up and silver and gold go down. But last week was the first time I saw precious metals, base metals, stocks, cryptocurrencies all went down together. Even the US dollar index went down with all those other things. Wow, just incredible. Now, what does it mean? Well, a great friend of mine, he was saying to me, you know, Dave, I haven't quite figured out. Welcome, sir. We'll be with you in just a minute. Got a customer walking in. That's great. So, you know, what was causing that? And the gentleman was saying, you know, he's looking for a reason. He's looking for an explanation for what it was that happened that would cause this. And so he couldn't figure it out. Well, I'm wondering, could it be something to do with this debt clock thing? Let's go over here to the computer and show you what I'm talking about with this debt clock compromise situation. Okay, come and take a look at this. All right, folks. So I show the debt clock a lot. There's some really interesting stuff on here, but there's something very big missing. So before I show you the thing that's missing, we'll just take a quick peek at a few of the little things. Paper, silver, 376 to 1. That's right, 376 ounces of silver on paper to every 1 ounce of silver produced. That is a huge bubble. National debt, 36 trillion 700, almost 37 trillion. Boy, you didn't think that was going to come that fast. Now, the thing that's really freaking me out about this, there's actually a couple things. First, we noticed that there was a lot of Doge and Elon Musk stuff going on in here. And I noticed that there was like a little X symbol. I've been noticing that for many months now. And it looks like maybe did Elon Musk buy the debt clock, or did X buy the debt clock? I'm kind of wondering about that. Now, the answer to that, I don't know. But here we go. This is the part I want to show you. Folks, take a look in my eyes for a second here. I want you to really process this and think about it for a second, okay? What I'm about to show you here, I get the chills when I'm thinking about it. Okay, here we go, back to the debt clock. The bottom, this whole bottom row was not here before. There was other stuff here. Now what they have is, recaptured assets and stock market land mineral, precious metals reserves. Well, all this stuff here, but wait a second. Where is the U.S. unfunded liabilities? U.S. unfunded liabilities was the biggest thing on here. Last I looked, it was last time I looked, it was $230 trillion U.S. unfunded liabilities, while simultaneously the U.S. national assets was $210 trillion. So let me just point out that there was a $20 trillion difference between the value of every single thing all Americans, the government, everybody has all put together compared to the U.S. unfunded liabilities, which is everything that the wicked, honest people in the government signed us up for. They signed us up for $20 trillion more than everything everybody has all put together. That's pretty messed up. But they took it off. They took it off. Where is it? Why is it not here? Important question. Why? Why is the U.S. unfunded liabilities not on the debt clock anymore? Why? Well, I have one theory. And my theory, why would they take U.S. unfunded liabilities off and put this crap here that I don't trust? Well, my guess is it's because they just bought something very expensive. They just paid out and put some huge thing on the debt list, which might inflate the currency to a tremendous degree. My guess, that they just put something huge and they cover it up with this garbage. Oh, yeah, we're saving, we're rescuing you. Well, I highly doubt that the powers that be who were allowed to have that power, they got selected, they won the rigged election, which is rigged. Well, I highly doubt that they are rescuing us from the dark overlords who write their script. So with that being said, I hear like a phone ring thing happening over there. That's okay. I'm going to call it back. We're going to finish this video. But the point is the fact that they took the unfunded liabilities off. I'm trying to think of why they would take that off. I don't see them taking it off because it went down. I'm thinking it went up and they didn't want you to see it. What is it now? Maybe it's 350 trillion. Did they just sell us up the river? In 1913, with the Federal Reserve System, and then in 1933, the Emergency Banking Act, they created the IRS at the same time they created the Federal Reserve System. And they numbered us. They gave us these social security numbers. They gave us numbers. What free people are numbered? I don't think that being numbered is a sign of freedom. And so whatever they did then, they made some kind of a trade and they traded the people on some kind of market for some type of income. And I'm guessing that unfunded liabilities might have just gone up huge. I don't trust this thing much anymore. I mean, I feel like some of these numbers are probably still legitimate, but now that it's got all this Doge and stuff all over it, I don't trust, and you might be mad at me. If you're into the current establishment and you love the politicians and you're cheering for the donkeys or the rhinos and you think one of them is bad and one of them is good, I don't agree with that. I think they're both bad. So I don't have any confidence that someone's going to get elected and change the system from within. I don't think they would let them do that. I don't think that would be so easy. But whatever it is that happened here, I'm highly suspicious that something big just went on to the unfunded liabilities, that they just bought something huge and we're the ones that they're going to use to pay for it. So I know this is scary. I'm going to close this off, folks. I just wanted to share this with you. I wanted to show you this that I noticed here. Very interesting. We're going to keep paying attention, going to keep stacking silver, both dollar inflation hedge silver, which is a low premium per ounce, but also a smaller portion of little pieces of silver for barters and trade. It's super important. Thank you so much, folks, for watching. I'm Silver Dave at Local Silver Mint. reminding you to stack it up. Oh yeah. Mike, they're keying your car out there. Oh my gosh.
Too happy about it. Try again.